For those of you who don't know, which I'm assuming isn't many of you if you follow baseball, Roki Sasaki is the most pursued and most talented international free agent this year. And honestly, I don't know how you could have avoided hearing about Roki if you follow baseball at all, as his name has been brought up pretty much every day with speculation or news or something happening supposedly connecting him to one team more than another. But just in case you haven't heard about him, he's a 23-year-old pitcher from Japan who played on that Japanese World Baseball Classic team, winning the championship with legends like Shohei Ohtani and Yu Darvish. And his presence this year before even signing with the team has affected the market, as it's been reported that teams like the Dodgers and the Padres have held off on making certain moves in anticipation for the possibility of signing Roki. He is very much desired, and for good reason, as he is a very talented pitcher and realistically could be a legendary player on whatever team he goes to. In fact, he most likely will be. In Japan, Roki has posted a career ERA of 2.02 across 3 seasons, and there's a lot of legitimate reason for him to be the number one foreign prospect this offseason. And even though Roki has kept his options open for a long time, it has always been speculated that his top landing spots are either with the Padres or the Dodgers, making it an even more interesting story with these two being bitter division rivals and contenders, putting on, in my opinion, the most entertaining playoff series last season when they played each other. But this speculation has become more of a reality, as in recent days, Sasaki's team has said that he has narrowed down his options to the Dodgers, Padres, or Blue Jays. Now, the Blue Jays always seem to offer big money, and they stay options for free agents late in the game, like last winter when everybody thought that Shohei was going to Toronto in free agency for a second, only for him to sign with the Dodgers. But they never seem to win the sweepstakes, and I really don't see Sasaki signing here. Realistically, I think that the choices are between San Diego and LA at this point, and people have been saying that it could come down to either one of these two teams for a while. The Padres have fellow Japanese player Yu Darvish and are contenders, but the Dodgers have Shohei and Yamamoto and are obviously also contenders. And for a while, people were saying that the Padres had less of a chance, as there's a lawsuit afoot in the inner ownership circle of the Padres after their owner sadly passed away, and his brothers are now involved in a lawsuit with his widow, Sheil Seidler, who has made various accusations about the brothers ignoring her late husband's last wishes and trying to seize control of the team, along with accusations of racism playing a part in this. Sasaki's name was brought up in the lawsuit, and many have said that this is a reason he won't sign with them, as it's hard to imagine for some that he would want to sign with a team who is wrapped up in drama like this and somehow included his name in it. But now there is a video clip making the rounds of Sasaki in the Padres ballpark, wearing Padres gear, throwing pitches in front of ownership and star players, and it's not like we've seen Sasaki throwing with the Dodgers wearing their gear, or with any other team for that matter. It may seem like a small thing, but it's not. It really does lend a lot of credence to the idea that Roki will end up in San Diego, although it is still not a sure thing, and at this point, with how much of an absolute powerhouse the Dodgers 40-man roster is, pretty much anybody outside of the Dodgers fans would like to see him go anywhere else. I've seen comments like Sasaki might have just only showed up in a suit and the Padres wanted to see him throw, and he agreed, so he needed to use what gear they had. And while I guess this is a possibility, it just seems so unlikely that Sasaki would show up to a meeting where he might be asked to throw and not have any kind of clothes other than a suit. I mean, the guy's a professional athlete, and throwing completely decked out in Padres gear like he did in the video seems like something you would do after making some kind of verbal agreement to sign with said team, to be completely honest. And I would say after the Dodgers have been perceived as the favorite landing spot for Sasaki, don't be surprised if he ends up in San Diego. And take this video of him pitching in their gear seriously, as I don't think it's some kind of simple coincidence. On the other hand, it's still not a sure thing, and no official announcements have been made, although if I'm a Jays fan, this statement doesn't give me any hope, unfortunately, for Toronto loyals. But don't count out the Dodgers quite yet. Thanks for watching, and let me know what you think about the Sasaki sweepstakes in the comments below, and let me know if there's any topics you'd like to see me cover.